Hey, what's up, fellow Uchiha clan members? Today is a great day. By the time you guys see this is probably going to be Tuesday, but I recorded this video Monday because I have good news, guys. Finally, an old friend of mine, really good friend, finally got back in touch with me. I was so glad, guys. I gotta give a shout out to my boy Darren. My bro, you get a shout out today because you actually subscribed. You were one of the few friends that I known from school that actually subscribed, and I'm actually very glad of that. So my boy, leave a like on this video, comment down below, tell me what you think about this video. Now, I also want to give a shout out to my girlfriend for getting me this badass ring. You guys are going to be seeing me wear it from now on. Also, I want to give a shout out to George for accomplishing another card for me. So, good shout out to George because he actually requires his shout out. Now, on with the video, shall we? Okay. So, with this video, guys, it's going to be my my not really mine. It's gonna be like the definition between Master Rule 3 and Master Rule 4. I've mean to do this video for quite some time, but never really got the chance to do it. But now here it is. Okay, so here's the difference between Master Rule 3 and Master Rule 4. Master Rule 3 is the beginning of the Pendulum Era. So, the beginning of the Pendulum Era first introduced the Pendulum Summoning, which was a mechanic that was ahead of its time, and hardly anyone ever studied it. I got back into the game. I got back into the game um, back when pendulums were in the game. When pendulums got back inside the when pendulums got introduced, I got back in. I bought my first deck off of my boy Saul, which is kind of pissed at me at the moment, but oh well. So my first deck was a pendulum based deck. It was actually a makeshift deck. I literally beat a desk bot deck, but that was only because everything was lined up in order in that version. And literally, I won. I won in a three-way duel, which was actually pretty badass for me because I couldn't have done that. Then I moved on to the Odd Eyes, then to the DDDs, now to the Abyss Actors. Those are the decks that I've used that were Pendulum based, and they were so good, so well fought. I even used the Dynamists. They were extremely good. I even tried out variants of the Metaphors, which you can check out in one of my other videos I've tried. Um, Also, that is technically what Master Rule 3 is. It also introduced the rule of and changed the playmat to where the pendulum scales were in between the extra deck, were above the extra deck and in between the field zone and the extra deck zone, and in between the main deck and the graveyard. That's where the pendulum scales were. Now, going into Master Rule, and sorry, before we go into Master 4, I want to explain how to pendulum summon. Pendulum summoning is easy. All you need is two pendulum monsters to place in your scales, one with both with different scales, so you can pendulum summon, and you can pendulum summon as many monsters as you want from the with levels in between those scales. So if it's a scale 0 to 13, pendulum summon 1 to 12, and that's how pendulum summoning works. And pendulum monsters, when they die and when they're in your scale and they get sent off the field, they actually go into your extra deck, not into your graveyard, which is another thing that Master Rule 3 has actually brought into the game, which I actually found really handy, because you can easily bring them back after they're placed face up in your extra deck and just pendulum summon them back, spam your field again. Now, Master Rule 4 introduced Link summoning, which everyone thought was, oh my god, it's going to be the end of the pendulums, which is not true. I still play the pendulums, and yet I'm still able to summon, I'm still able to combo off, I'm still able to do a lot of things. But the thing about Link summoning is they changed the mat again. With the new mat, you have the extra monster zones in the right and left, the outermost right and the outermost left and the middle have nothing above it. Now, the pendulum scales went from where they were to the outermost parts of the spell and trap zones. So now they actually do count as more, they do count towards your spell and traps, which before they didn't. But your extra monster zones don't count to your count towards your monster count. So you can still get off the 5 monsters and only use one of the 2 extra monster zones unless you extra link into a U, which actually brings it all the way up to the other one. And that's how you would extra link. But all the link monsters have to point to each other, so this way they can actually make that U form and be co-linked. Now, in order to bring out a link monster, you have to, like, as usual, you have to meet the requirements as any extra deck monsters. Like, say, Heavy Metal Full Electromite, which is my favorite link monster at the moment. You can bring him out by using 2 pendulum monsters. That's all you need, just 2 pendulum monsters. And his arrows point to the bottom left and bottom right. So that's actually, and like each link monster has a different set of arrows, and the only way to know which arrows are to be used, it's the ones that are lit up with orange. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys this. Link monsters, in order to bring out the extra deck monsters, you can either bring out an extra deck monster into your extra monster zone that you control, or you can bring out a link monster to open up the main monster zones to bring out the extra deck monsters. That's how you actually bring them out. That's how you bring out the extra deck monsters. Now, same thing with pendulum monsters now. The pendulum monsters from the extra deck go the pendulum monsters that were destroyed and go into the extra deck have to go into a link monsters. The extra monster zone, or the zone that the link monster points to. Now, here's the craziest part. You actually, you move, like say your opponent takes control of one of your monsters and then brings it back to your field at the end phase. That monster that was brought back to you is now special summoned into a different zone because it's no longer from the extra deck. Same thing with banished monsters. If a monster is banished till the end phase or to a certain time and it comes back onto the field, it does not go to the extra monster zone even if it was from the extra deck in the beginning. It now goes to a main monster zone, so you made more room. That's all for now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like this video, subscribe, check out my girl's channel at Arakashi. I will try to leave a link. If not, look up her channel. Check out her AMVs if you can. They're really good. That's all for now, guys. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. No, wait. Yeah, tomorrow if this video uploads on Tuesday. And if it does not upload on Tuesday, then I'll see you guys Wednesday.